It's your boy Tony, the one and only. I'm here today with my client. About to get him taken care of. Get him out the way. How you want it? Low, even, all the way around?
Yeah, do one all the way around, square the back.
Okay, and just clean up the face.
Yeah, leave the goatee like the length, but just shape it up.
Everybody's been asking me about doing some videos of me cutting hair and posting it. So, you know what? I figured I'd do a YouTube channel and post it on every social media I got. Let's give it a whirl and see how it goes. I'm gonna try like the chicken stick over here. I've been cutting this man's hair for many, many years.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I moved to the project.
Yeah, how long you been here?
2017. Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It don't even feel like that.
I know. It's crazy how time is just flying. Pretty good, man,
Yeah, I've been here for a minute.
And you moved here from where?
From Silver Spring.
That's right. You always been in the banking business?
No, I mean I did a lot of sales. I didn't get into banking until like 2016. But I did a lot of sales stuff. I used to sell cars, sold health and wellness products, did a lot of stuff like that. So it was a lot of money, but not a lot of time. Then I just got recruited by PNC in 2016. They just hit me up on, I don't know, one of the job sites.
So you're saying you was in car sales? And you made a lot of money, but what?
But it just wasn't a lot of time.
You had to be there like 40 hours plus.
Yeah, more than that.
Like
I would be
80
there,
hours.
Yeah, I'd be there from like 7 a.m. to like 10 p.m. sometimes. So it was a lot.
Yeah, I notice a lot of car salespeople, they have that type of life where they at the job 24/7.
Yeah.
They're making some money, but they giving up all the time for the family and personal life. And sometimes you gotta weigh the two and make a decision as to what's more important.
Yep.
I know back in my earlier days, I wanted to be a good provider, and I just work. But then I realized that I'm taking time away from family.
Exactly.
Having fun with the kids and doing things with the family, going on vacations and all that stuff. So I slowed it down a bit, but not 100% like I should. Because bills is high nowadays, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough to find like the right balance.
Yeah. Especially when you always got bills to pay and always on your neck. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at my cable bill. I only have internet here. That sucker said $198.
Yep.
For cable. I mean for internet. Not TV. Internet alone, just internet. And this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I cut like all the cable stuff. I just paid for internet. That's it.
Yeah, but it still shouldn't be $100-something.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, man.
And the only internet out here is Comcast.
Yeah. Well, they got some other little sideshow type internet that they offer, but people be leery about how's the quality. And it's only $30 a month. And is it gonna work everywhere I need it to work?
Exactly. And we got a lot of devices going on all at the same time on the Wi-Fi, and it messes it up.
And then you gotta worry about if it's secured.
Right.
I tell you, man, life shouldn't be this difficult.
I know.
Yeah, I'd rather take the days when everybody just farmed their own food.
Right.
And
it's simple.
Lived every day and just cropped and took care of cattle.
Right. And what you had was your own.
Right.
Like I have a house, but I don't own it. The bank owns it.
Right.
Until I pay it off, like I don't really have like too many assets that's 100% mine. It's tough out here.
It's funny you kind of say that. It's like, yeah, I own a house. Like, no, you don't own it. The bank owns it. Really. You pay that thing off.
Right. It's not my house.
But then after you pay it off, you still got to pay taxes. Because if you don't pay them taxes, they come to get it.
Yep, exactly. At this point, like, everything I'm working on, like, everything I'm trying to do is just to, like, set up my kids, to be honest.
That's the best thing to do now.
Yeah. Like, putting a lot into, accounts and stuff for them. That's going to grow. Trying to get other properties so they don't have to worry about, housing and stuff like that.
But at the same time, you still gotta let them live life and learn, because you give them everything, they're gonna be messed up if they hit a bump in the road. They won't know how to get out of it.
But it's not to give them everything. It's to make it so they're not stressed trying to get stuff, and they can use their brain power and their creativity to expand, to make more money, to do other stuff.
True.
But it's like nowadays, like you gotta, like, we're struggling to find time and like pay this and pay that, and then try to build our hustle on the side. But if you didn't have to worry about certain things and you could just focus on the hustle, makes it a lot easier. So that's all I'm trying to do, is like set them up so they're not like starting, trying to get it out the mud. Like, at least they have something to stand on.
Yeah, but sometimes they have to go through a little bit of stress so they know how to cope with it when they do face it again. Because if not, that's when you got kids jumping off the bridges and overdosing on this and that and the other.
No, that's real. That's real. But trust me, they will go through it. Even now, like, at a young age, I find that, like, my biggest job is teaching them how to suffer, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, teaching them how to deal with stuff. And not just crash out.
Right. Well, that's the best way, because it makes them stronger to be able to get over those hurdles.
Yeah.
Because if we give them everything and not let them experience any suffering, when they do get that suffering, they won't know how to cope with it, and they just.
That's how you develop, like, depression and all that.
Exactly. Stuff. Right. We all want the best for our kids and want them not to have to struggle, but at the same time, they need to struggle a little bit so they know how to cope with it.
Right. But yeah, I figured that out early on. It's tough though, because, like, you don't want to see your kids, going through.
Right.
But that's the best thing for them.
Right.
Because it's one thing to know, like, on an intellectual level, like, yeah, everything's gonna be okay, or like, just to go like on faith. But it's another thing to have that life experience, to be like, yeah, like, I went through this and I made it out. So now I know for a fact, like, I can get through stuff, not just like in theory, like, oh, mom and dad said, it'll be okay, or this or that, and like, but you need that life experience That real lived experience to be like, okay, like I went through this thing, I did this thing, and like it's okay, you know.
Right. So
you carry that with you.
The kids nowadays, it's a whole different type of mentality. Especially because you got a lot of single parents that are trying to raise kids, but it's hard for them to do that because they're basically providing a roof over the head and putting food on the table. So they're struggling to keep that balance to maintain what is actually going on with the kids, other than the school calling them and saying, "Hey, your kid did this, your kid did that." You're too busy focusing on paying the bills and keeping the food on the table that you lose out on that aspect of their life to really give them guidance.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's not to say that it can't be done. It can be. It's just a whole lot more work.
It's hard.
I mean, because shit, it's hard for two parents.
It's definitely hard. But I mean, I've seen that too. Like I worked in the school system too for about 4 years, right out of college. So I was a paraeducator. So it's basically like an assistant, like classroom assistant. So I worked in a middle school and in a high school, and I saw a lot of the stuff, a lot of the kids that were, that were, let's say, like troubled or like had like certain issues.
What they would call a problem kid.
Yeah, what they would call, like, as soon as I met the parents, I understood
the
exactly,
kid's problem.
Yeah, I understood exactly why. I'm like, okay, this makes so much more sense now. Why he does this and why he does that, you know. But again, like you said, it's not to like blame the parents or anything, because a lot of them is like single mothers or, in situations themselves, just trying to manage, just trying to provide and trying to do everything. It's hard, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kids today are kind of pretty much, for the most part, raising themselves, and the parents try to get along with them more on a friend basis instead of a parent basis.
Yeah.
And
I noticed that too.
That kind of messes up how you dictate and keep the role as a parent and a person of authority.
Right.
Because the kid feels like, hey, we equal.
Right.
You my friend. Why are you talking to me like that? Or why are you telling me what to do? I know you're my mom, but we were just hanging out the other day.
Yeah, you can't really
mix the two.
Yeah. Because then in the moment when you need to be the parent,
right, they don't see that you as that authoritative figure.
Exactly.
You like one of the homies. They look at you and turn around and say, "Hey, bruh." And you surprised like they calling you bruh. You hear them say that to your friends. I'm not your bro, I'm your mother, I'm your father. I think once you realize your kid's talking to you in slang, they done crossed over.
Yeah. No, you gotta nip that in the bud. He like, no, no, no.
Like, hey, bruh, what's for dinner? Bruh.
Yeah, no.
Oh, dang, why you capping? I know you got money in the bank. Let me get some gas money.
That's crazy.
So, you know, there's signs in the way that child talks to you to let you know that you're losing control of the authoritative figure.
Mm-hmm. One of the funniest things I heard, somebody told me that they told their kid like, oh, we don't have any money for this or whatever, and the kid said, just go to the ATM, like that's where the money comes from. He's like, nah, it doesn't work like that. Like, you gotta have money in the ATM to get money out.
Right.
But they think like you just
It's a never ending flow.
Yeah, like mom and dad, you just go and get money and then like we're good. Nah, you gotta teach kids early like those sorts of things, like where money comes from, like the value of money, how much things cost.
It was kind of funny. It's like my daughter the other day. She knows that she has like her grandparent had put a bank account, a savings account. So she was like, I want to open up my own account and manage my own money because I want to just save money. Which I said, okay, that's good. This shouldn't be a problem. I said, but I didn't open that account. You know, your grandparents opened it, so you would have to talk to them about doing that. And I was like, well, why is it that you want to get the money from there anyway? So I just want to manage my own money. I said, well, I guess you need to just talk to your grandparents and see if they'll let you do that, because you know they were probably trying to save it until you graduate from high school or college. Who knows which one? But you know, you have to have that conversation with them since I didn't open that account for you.
Right.
Which, you know, I can see maybe the grandparents may not agree because they may be in a fear that she might spend whatever she's gotten.
Exactly.
But you know, she's 13. There ain't but so much she can spend. I mean, yeah, they can spend it. They know how to, all this technology with online and how to spend on Amazon and
Right, Amazon
and all that other places. But I don't know if that's something that they should say, okay, let them fend for themselves, or say, no, we're going to hold on this until you finish high school or college.
Yeah,
Or maybe give them half of it, or give her half of it, and let her see where she goes with it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, that was when my mom opened up like a bank account for me, and you know, but that she like my parents had accounts for me that they were like saving up, but then I had my own, but the only way like I could manage that is if like I made that money. So like I made that by just like, you know, doing work like around the neighborhood and stuff, and finding like little like volunteer things that will pay you like a little bit. Like I used to go like do canvas and stuff like that, like in DC. And, you know, like you build up some money, but that helped me to understand. Like I'll never forget the first time when I asked my mom to buy me a game console. It was a Nintendo GameCube, and like growing up, like you know, my parents they just bought me stuff because I'm a little kid, like I didn't have my own money. But around this time, I think it was like I was probably in middle school, and I was like, oh, I want this new, Nintendo GameCube. And my mom saw the price, so it was like $200. She was like, nah,
Right.
you got to figure that out on your own.
Right.
And I was like, huh? Like, because that was the first time, you know,
Really.
that concept was like, brought to my attention. Like, oh, like, so my parents don't get me everything. Like, I gotta, how do I get? So that was the first time, that's when I started like mowing lawns and stuff like that.
First time you realize, oh, I gotta earn my own.
Like I have to earn.
Right.
But I'll never forget that because when I got that $200 and I bought that, man, that felt so good.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn, I bought this, like I did this,
Right.
Like that was the best feeling in the world. So like I'll always,
you probably kept that
always
thing.
be grateful to my mom for that, for telling me no, you gotta buy it on your own. Like that, like I don't know why, but that was just that's something I'll never forget.
And you probably kept that game and probably still got it to this day.
Actually, I sold it like a couple years ago.
Yeah, but you had it since you was in middle school.
But I had it, yeah. But I had it like into like adulthood, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? You appreciate that a whole lot more than if your mom had bought it for you. And that's like when kids want their first car. They, oh, I want a new car, this and that. Nah, you getting a little clunker. Because when you just starting to learn how to drive, so if you get in an accident, you ain't really sweating it because it's a beater.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, I'll give you half in whatever you match, or I'll match whatever you have to want to buy a car. So if you save $1,000, then you can look at a $2,000 car. Mm-hmm. You save $3,000, then you can look at a $6,000 car. Mm-hmm. So that way, they appreciate that car more than as if I went and bought it for them.
Exactly.
And but now a lot of days now, the parents just go out and grab them a car, and don't worry about the input of the kid.
Right.
And then they wonder why the car is destroyed as soon as possible.
They don't take care of it.
Right.
All that stuff. Yep.
Car dusty. They got a bunch of friends in there leaving all kinds of wrappings and bottles all up in it. Mm-hmm. But if they bought it, they're like, hey, get that stuff out of my car, man. Put it in the trash. They appreciate it a whole lot more, a whole lot differently.
Because you understand what it took.
Right. The work and sweat and tears that you use to get that money to get the car.
Right.
Can't fight what God's doing, you know what I'm saying? At this time, it's meant for him to go to Cambodia, and at this time, it's meant for me to go to say yeah, because I like it, you know? But yeah, y'all, we finna go to Walking Street. Y'all gonna see now, it's crazy over there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Crazy.
Yeah, like raising little humans is hard, no matter how you slice it. But it's a lot of stuff like that is important.
Mm-hmm.
Jahari? Me? Yeah. Oh, chai, yeah. Popcorn, get up. Alright, y'all. So we on the way. This that lab attire. Bro, y'all, man. I feel like I'm one of the realest YouTubers, bro, in Thailand, because I don't care about editing videos. I don't care about doing none of that. I care about showing y'all the experience, man. I think you can hit a U-turn. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all the realest community. I don't care. Damn. What the fuck? Boy, I thought I dropped something.
Yeah, he has a point. Like a lot of stuff like people post, like it doesn't need to be like super high quality.
Yeah, nowadays on the YouTube stuff, people are just saying just post, man. Don't worry about all that editing and cutting and all that. Right. Just post. You know, the main thing is you want the sound quality, right? Because if people can't hear what you're talking about, there's no sense for them to watch it. So you're not gonna get those viewing hours that you need because people just gonna click right on by.
Yeah, watching that stuff just makes me want to travel more.
There's one guy on here. He travels everywhere. Bring his little Thai girlfriend with him, and they have a blast. Actually, his homeboy and his homeboy's girlfriend, they all travel basically together. And it's crazy. They filming the same stuff, but you know they got them on their own separate channels. You know they may have different angles or views, but it's the same place.
That's pretty dope.
And they both making money. But the main dude, he's making a lot more money. I don't know if it's because he started his channel sooner or not, but he probably got like twice as much as his homeboy.
Probably for like next month gonna be my 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, already. I got to take some extension. They need to bless me. $50. My internet auntie, man. That's what I thought. But yeah, she said she gonna help me out. I gotta wait till that's what it's all about. That's what that's cool, man. I'm supposed to go that long way for you to invest in me. Just like Abraham Lot. Facts. Yeah, you can't. I think most friends will take it personal. I don't take nothing personal because me and Kevin friendship is it's been like that for years. Like we'd be cool and then we wouldn't talk to each other for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't talk to each other for years. You feel me? Because he was all the way in Miami, I was all the way in Las Vegas. Then he moved to Chicago, I was still in Vegas. Then it was just so much going on, man. Um, but yeah, like I don't think
Hey,
it's
you
gonna
been
go years
watching the
apart. This time we too close.
NBA playoffs?
But
Yeah, I watched some of
you
it.
gotta let people be, bro.
Yeah, I
You
was
gotta let
rooting
you
for
be.
the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see. I was watching the Golden State and Houston.
And they want to do it alone. Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't follow NBA too much, but playoffs I watch. I always just root for the Lakers because of
It's
Kobe.
the same thing. I don't really watch it until like the playoffs
Yeah,
or stuff like that.
Just make sure you get like some good
I
internet.
follow really like
I know
NFL
Detox is the
and NHL.
best internet service.
Yeah, I mean, I watch my team, Steelers, and then but I do follow boxing because you know I used to box and that's my thing.
Yeah, yeah. I only watch like the big fights when it comes up.
But you know nowadays they don't even be promoting stuff like they used to. You don't see no posters coming
Yeah,
out, no a whole bunch of advertisement on the TV. You see a few things here and there, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
yeah,
the fight's on?
exactly.
It's today? Be
Yep, that's it.
surprised like a mom.
I
All right.
rely on my other friends that really follow that to let me know when stuff
Right.
is happening.
Or somebody come, hey, you watching the fight tonight?
Right.
Like, what? Who fighting?
I saw something on Instagram. It said the first round of the NFL draft had more views than the NBA playoffs on that night. It was like 13 million to like 12 million or something like that.
Yeah, I was watching some of that draft as well. It was funny. I was at the casino, Man Alive, and I was I don't even play those little slot machines, but I just said, you know what, let me try it just to kill some time because I was really there for something else. But the lady I was sitting next to, this lady hit $5,000 on a machine to the left of me.
Dang.
She left that machine waiting for the man to pay her out. Went to the machine on the other side of me and won another $4,000. I'm like, God, dog.
That's crazy.
And then before she left, she won another $1,500. I'm like, doggone it.
Man, that would never happen to me.
I could. And you know, if I didn't see it myself, you know, I always hear, you know, another jackpot winner, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I wonder if they capping on that just to make people go to the machines and play.
Right.
But no, maybe people be hitting that stuff. But you know, she was betting like $6 a hand and had it on the highest thing you can get. So I think when you bet the highest thing you can bet on, it makes your numbers up higher, so you can get that jackpot. But she said she has seen people hit it on a lower one. You know, because they have like from 75 cents,
Yeah.
then 120, then 300, then 400, and then 600. Now, the most I got was $200, and I had put $100 in there. So you know, I can't complain. Made a little bit of profit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no $5,000 or 4,000, nothing like that. Something I would wish to have.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch that the Beast Games on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, so that YouTuber Mr. Beast, he did like a Squid Game type like game
Hold on
show.
1 second.
I'm about to type it in the chat.
I saw the advertisement for it, but I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
That is love. I ain't gonna lie. That's my character.
Well, I watched a little bit of it.
That's love. You want to Japan?
He was giving away a lot of money on that show.
You said he gives away a lot of money?
Yeah, he was giving away a lot of money.
Well, he's making a lot of money. He got a lot of money to give.
That's for real.
But it's crazy how they came with those accusations of him, and
what was that?
you know about his I guess it was his videographer and his buddy that he used to live with, about him transforming and transgender.
Oh, really?
And they were saying that Mr. Beast was aware of certain things, but Mr. Beast was like, I ain't know nothing about that. And so people were looking at him in a different light. But, you know, it threw a little shade on him for a little bit, but he bounced off. And you see now he got a little show, he got this and that.
Oh, snap. Like he's in the speed up.
But I respect the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was the first one throwing money back, helping people out for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's just messed up that he got semi caught up in some mess like that.
Yeah, but he was like, it wasn't just like the one person who won the show that got money. Like a lot of people made money like along the way. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
like,
not just the main person.
Yeah,
everybody wins some money and they get to keep it.
Exactly.
Well, man, you're all done. Let me get you up out of here, give you the mirror so you can check yourself out. I appreciate you taking part in my video today.
Yeah, of course.
And it's more about the conversation, not the cut. But of course, they can see what the end result is from what you had when you came in,
right,
to what you got now.
They still outside. I ain't gonna lie.
Nice low little cut. Kind of blended in where he's starting to thin out. But he's gonna have to come and see me for that micropigmentation, scalp DMB. I told him I'd get him out the way, had that spot taken care of. Again, it's your boy Tony, the one and only. As always, peace. I'll see you later. I'm out. One.